Hello, everyone, and welcome back to StephenPlays Shadow of the Colossus. My name is Stephen George. I play video games, and today it's Shadow of the Colossus, but it's a bonus episode. We've completed the game. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the LP as much as I did creating it, but there's still some stuff left to show off, and I wanted to make this bonus episode to show you some of the things I didn't get a chance to show you in the actual game. First off, once you've completed the game one time, as I told you guys before, Shadow of the Colossus is a new game plus title where you can continually play the game over and over and over again until you've played it, however many times you want. In this particular file, this is my personal save file. I've beaten the game 3 3/4 times, meaning I've beaten the game 3 times, and on this run, which is my 4th time, I've beaten 12 of the 16 Colossus thus far. So my grip meter looks like this. Yes, that gigantic pink thing is my grip meter. So once you've defeated whatever 16 times 3 plus 12 is, that's what your your grip meter looks like. I actually don't go after the lizards anymore because, to be quite honest, it's faster to just go and kill the colossi because it takes like 4 or 5 lizards to equal the same amount of grip that you would get from a colossi. Anyway, once you've beaten the game once, you'll unlock time attack mode. Basically, you go up to the statues, or where the statues were, and you kneel down and pray by hitting circle, and you can actually face the bosses, and if you beat them in the time limit, for every 2 bosses you beat, you unlock a special item. I've been spending most of my time actually just beating the game over and over again to get my grip meter huge, and I haven't been spending a whole lot of time on time attack. Actually, funny story, earlier today I spent quite a bit of time defeating about 7 of the colossi in time attack, and then whenever I turned on the game again, I realized that it doesn't save it for you. So you have to manually save. So I lost everything I did, and that sucked, and I was very upset. So if you do time attack, just remember that you actually have to save the game manually, or you will get screwed over like I did. Anyway, some of the cool items that you can unlock are, the first thing you get is whistling arrows. Basically, whenever you shoot an arrow, they whistle so they distract the Colossus. You can get special masks and garments and stuff to make you stronger. Although, to be honest, once your grip meter is this huge, you're pretty strong. And the reason is, even though it takes the same amount of time to charge up, it always takes the same amount of time to get a full charge, but it does more damage because your grip is bigger. Anyway, with all of that being said, there are a few things I really wanted to show you guys that I was not able to show you besides the time attack stuff. Also, I should throw out that there's a hard mode. Once you beat the game, you can play hard mode. Basically makes the game harder. In addition to being, in addition to having time attack for the 16 colossi, you can play it in hard mode, and there's time attack for hard mode as well. So there's actually 32 different time attack missions, and for every 2 that you beat, even for normal and hard, there are increasingly better items. One of the things I wanted to do in the LP was grab a bird and fly around on the bird, and I never got a chance to show it. It was also something that was really hard for me to do, and I've since learned that it's actually not that bad. The easiest way I found to do it is to come out here in the field and just get aggro to stop here, and then stand up on the horse. I'm going to look up in the sky and follow the bird around because he'll be like dive bombing me shortly. If you get around a bird and just wait for it, it will come to you. Although I'm not seeing the bird that I just saw. Oh, there it is. Okay. So he's going to be coming down here in a second. Got him. So you just jump up and continue to hold R1, which is your grip button, and you will fly around on the bird. Whenever it gets so low like that, then you lose your grip. Now, this is all well and good if you just want to go out and ride a bird. But there's actually an achievement that you get called Hang Glider if you can hold onto a bird for 30 seconds. It's not going to work on flat planes like, dear God, it's not going to work on a flat plane like this because the bird will come down because you weigh a lot. There is one place, however, that is very useful for getting this achievement, so I'm going to show you guys where that is. If you come over here to A5, it's right on the border of 4 and 5, right outside of the cave that you fight Dirge in, you'll see this big rock at the end of this cliff face. Take aggro, stand on top of aggro like you normally would, and wait for one of the birds to come by. Got him! Alright, So now we just hold on and get the free ride. This is probably the easiest spot to get the hang glider achievement, just because they're not going to run into the dirt. They're actually going to continue along their path, and they're not going to, you know, end your flight early. But if you hold on for 30 seconds, you will get the achievement. Another fun tip that I've learned just from playing the game so many times, and you guys were actually telling me in the comments on some of the videos, at least people that had played Shadow of the Colossus several times, is that I shouldn't control aggro, and you're absolutely correct. For those who aren't aware, who haven't figured it out themselves, if you've been playing the game, if you just hold X, aggro takes care of himself. You don't have to worry about trying to maneuver him around things. Just holding X, aggro will control himself, and he does a pretty darn good job as well. In addition to the birds you find out in the field, you can actually ride the doves, although you're not going to get a very long flight out of them. There we go. Whee! I'm dove riding. Oh wow, actually I kind of lucked out. Normally they don't take you out of the temple. Anyway, another thing worth mentioning is that there are fish in the game. If you come over to where you fought Koromori, and you jump into the water here, and let's dive under and change our camera so we can actually try and see a little bit. You'll see fish. You can actually latch onto those fish and ride around, and once again, there's an achievement for that. Hold on to a fish for 30 seconds, and you will get the achievement. Hey, little fishy. Slow down, buddy. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Come on. Or, here we go, this one. Yeah, hold on for 30 seconds, and the achievement is yours. Although you will get slapped in the face with a tail fin several times. The last trick I'm going to show you is how to get to the top of the shrine. I mentioned in the very final episode of Shadow of the Colossus that you could get to the top of the shrine, but you had to climb on the outside. Well, now I'm going to show you how to actually do that. As a precursor to doing this, you need to complete the game at least 3 times. 3.5 is going to be way easier. That's why I've beaten the game 3 times with 12 Colossi. 3.5 times makes it easier than just 3 times. What you're going to want to do is come around to the outside of the temple, and you're going to see some moss growing here. And you're just going to want to hold on to this moss and continue to climb. You will need a gigantic grip meter to get up here, but once you get up here, you can explore, and the only thing that's really up there to do is to eat a fruit. But if you eat the fruit, it actually decreases your stamina, or your health rather. Maybe it does both. I'm not sure. I've never actually eaten the fruit. I've never had a huge desire to lose everything I worked so hard for. There's an achievement, though, if you eat every type of fruit in the game, and I believe there's 8, including the one at the top of the shrine, you get the achievement. So I'm pretty sure you could eat the other 7 and then eat the 8th fruit last without saving your game and get the achievement, but I haven't worked on that achievement quite yet. Anyway, I will shut up for now and let you watch as I scale this, quite honestly, scary, very tall, do not want to fall from shrine. Okay. Now, if you've beaten 3 Colossus, or if you've beaten the game 3 times and haven't done the extra half of the game, your meter's probably going to be like gone. So that's why I recommend doing the game 3.5 times. Now, once you get up here, you're going to know that this is where you started the game, across that gigantic bridge, and this is where you went in the door. Now, the door is shut, and that's why whenever you come in from the inside, that you look at the door and the door is shut and you can't get through here. But now we can go up here to the secret garden, which is at the very end of the game. And to fall from this height will kill you. I mean, my health bar is pretty big, and I know that there's people that have health bars that are double my size. I'm pretty sure that the fall from this height, no matter what size your health bar is, will kill you. So I would advise not falling off. Once you get up here, it's just as it is in the end of the game, except there's no woodland animals. Bambi is not here. But otherwise, it's pretty similar. So this is it. This is the big, beautiful secret garden. There's a few of these little waterfall things. They're actually really deep. And we can come over here, and you'll see the fruit that is up in the trees, and you can shoot it down, but it is a evil fruit, a diseased fruit, a cursed fruit, so it will make you weaker. And the only other thing really that you can climb is there's some boxes over here, but they don't actually lead anywhere. It looks like you could potentially get up there, but I've tried, and I've never been able to find a way to get up there. So I guess they intended for you to not be able to get up there or something, because there's quite frankly not any easy way to do that. Otherwise, I believe that's all there really is to the secret garden. The only other thing is this giant circular area, which leads down to that reflecting pool that Wander got sucked into at the end of the game. So you can jump down there. The water is very shallow. It will kill you instantly. So I've pretty much shown you everything that I know of in the game. There's actually a few tricks that you can do to kill aggro permanently, where he's actually dead. Basically, the tricks involve trying to get away from aggro in such a way where the game is trying to load the new area and also trying to get the horse to you. And in doing that, it tries to teleport the horse to you, but accidentally teleports the horse above nothing. The horse falls to his death, because aggro can die. Aggro can die from falls, just like Wander dies from falls. The difference is anytime aggro dies from a fall, he's supposed to die with you, so you have to restart your checkpoint. But I've tried the tricks on the PS3 version, and they don't seem to work, and I think that's because the PS3 is able to load more than the PS2 could, and it's just not working. So all the times I've tried that, it hasn't worked. The last thing we're showing you guys before I end this video is the other side of the bridge, because on the other side of the bridge is where this all started. So you're probably saying, well, what the crap is over there? Well, let's get started. I'm going to speed this up because honestly, it's quite a walk. Well, it's taken a while to get here, but we finally made it. So you're probably wondering, well, what is through that corridor? Nothing. It's the same effect as the end of the game whenever you're trying to push against the, the force that's pulling Wander into the pool. Same thing. It's impossible to go through there. But, hey, now you know. It's quite a walk. It's a long way over here. But once you finally make it, you can say that you've explored nearly every nook and cranny in Shadow of the Colossus. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly haven't covered everything, and there's tons of items just from the time attack modes. And if you enjoyed this LP and you really enjoyed the game, definitely consider about adding it to your library. If you've got a PlayStation 2, you can find a pre-owned copy. They're not very expensive. If you have a PlayStation 3, definitely pick up the Eco Shadow of the Colossus collection. It's very inexpensive. It comes with Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. I haven't even showed Eco, but it is, another fantastic piece of art in its own right. And Shadow of the Colossus has got so much replayability because not only does it have the story mode, but you can go back and do the time attack. You have to play through the game several times to even be able to stand where I'm standing. So you can definitely put in quite a few hours into the game. So if you enjoyed the game, definitely consider picking it up because it is a wonderful title. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this bonus episode and maybe you learned a few tricks that you didn't already know. And if you know any other tricks that I didn't show, feel free to mention them in the comments and maybe someone can learn from what you already know. So thanks for watching and join me next time for another exciting episode or another exciting LP from StephenPlays. Can I eat you, Wander?